parcel shelves, heater cowls, glove box inserts, glove box doors. Nothing on this car is straightforward. Hello and welcome back to my garage and the Morris Minor 1000. In this video I'm giving the dash a bit of a refresh and having a look at the parcel shelf to see if I can give that an uplift as well. Now before I started making these videos I had already stripped down, primered and recoated the main part of the dashboard back in its original Rose Taupe. Now I found it difficult to get hold of Rose Taupe in rattle cans. Now I found a company in Germany who supplied the correct shade, reasonable cost, and shipped them over fairly quickly as well, so I do recommend them and I will leave their details in the description below. So after repainting the car I started to put everything back together again, but came to a bit of a standstill because I couldn't quite pinpoint the correct specification for this car. It's awkward to say the least. It's a 1961 car, November particularly, and at that month things did change on the interior. Year-wise, this is still the sort of changeover model where we stopped using trafficators and started introducing the separate indicator and side light on the front and on the back. So this is the one that has no trafficator. We still have the clap hand wipers, but we have the single lamp that does the multiple function of side light and indicator, and on the rear stoplight also. Now I was provided some information that there was a certain chassis number where the specification changed with terms of the dashboard. So the inserts up to this chassis number were the recessed ones with the cutout at the back that made allowance for where the original wiper position was, and they had the doors on the front with the chrome surround on the outside. So I picked up a couple of those on eBay and I've started preparing those, rubbing them down, ready to respray, and I got the inserts, and this is how I got on. So I'm going to start by trial fitting the glove box into here, but I'm just going to protect the paint with a little bit of masking tape. So along with the new inserts, I've received these clips, go on to the insert, and then the screw goes through the hole. Okay, that's the inserts in. I'm not 100% happy with the fit. I've got the same issue in both sides, here as well. There's a bit of a gap at the top there, but I guess you don't really look at that. Oh, there we go, the sort of finished dashboard with the inserts back in again. As I say, I'm not 100% happy with the fitment of them particularly, but they're the right ones. They look good, and overall the dash is looking much better. I've pulled out the parcel shelf, very grubby I know, and the heater cowl. Now the heater cowl, as you can see, again very grubby, but it is made of millboard, which is coloured, and it is coloured, as I understand, it's called pearl grey. I don't know if you can see in there, which is probably the easiest place to see the colour. It's quite nice, quite light. These are not available in that colour anymore. I can buy them again, but in black, but I would rather keep it this colour. Likewise, the original parcel shelf that I had in the car was this same colour, but it was in such a state that it got binned probably in the early 90s and replaced with a new one. Again, the new one is black. And then what I used was a piece of leftover headlining to cover it, to try and bring it back to the original colour. I did the same with the heater cowl as well. Been trying to do some research. I've been trying to find companies that sell millboard in anything other than black, and it is proving to be pretty fruitless. So I am going to clean all of this up. The other option is to paint the millboard, but I think as soon as I put something onto the parcel shelf, it's just going to scratch the paint and it'll look awful. So I'm going to go back to what I've had here. I'm going to try and clean up this headlining material, try and stick it back down where it's lifted. I'm going to do the same with this as well, because I had that covered. Again, I've got a piece cut out ready, so I'm going to clean that up, put that back. And with regards with the crash pad that goes on here, I had a piece of 15mm copper pipe insulation and again, you can buy them, but they're about 40–50 pounds for a bit of crash pad. So again, because I'm not going back completely original, I'm just going to get a new piece of insulation and pop that back on, and then get this back together again. So this is where I am with these glove boxes. So I was not happy with the fit of these new inserts. As I understood, there was a particular chassis number that finished in November 1961 that had these inserts with the doors, which I was in the process of refurbishing. Then when I started looking at the catches, although I've got these holes up here, there would have been a catch to hold the door and another one to stop it pushing too far in. I have none of those, and no evidence of there being rivets holding them in place. Likewise, on the side, on the passenger side, these two holes that would have held the stay bar that would have stopped the door opening too far, and again, these would have been riveted in place. And there is just, although I've resprayed it, obviously there's no evidence of there being anything in there previously and being drilled out. So after all that messing around, stripped down, rubbed down those doors, ready to prepare. I've fitted in those new inserts, and you know, it just wasn't right. And more I looked at it, I just thought, this chassis number, this information that I was given, there's just something not right there. I just don't think this car had the doors fitted. I think it was the slightly later inserts that actually sat proud with the chrome, plastic chrome trim around the outside. So I need to reorder some of those now, take these ones out and refit those. In terms of the parcel shelf, cannot get hold of that mill board at all. So again, I'm going to look at recovering those and refitting those. So I'm going to have to revisit this and make another video, and hopefully we can get it finally back to the way it was. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Please keep looking out for new videos. Give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video. Thanks. Take care.